Secret Service on high alert after who just promised total elimination of President Trump. As if Illinois didn't have enough problems, what with their cities being more dangerous than third-world countries, now their representatives are making threats against the president. Now that the left has discovered that the people will allow them to be as vicious and physically violent as they'd like to be, as long as it's against the president, they're milking it for all it's worth. All pretense of peaceful problem-solving has passed, the man has royally ticked off the emotionally unstable, and they're out for their pound of flesh. Their outrage has found an especially sympathetic ear in the illegal aliens who have flooded our country and want to stay here, illegally and indefinitely. Since they're getting all sorts of money and even the chance to vote in many cases, they've become accustomed to having their voice heard, and President Trump trying to end that isn't going well. Between their outrage at the prospect of being tossed out on their illegal rear end, and the liberals staring down the barrel of losing millions of big government supporters if they are, things have reached a critical mass. The boiling point has been reached and the illegals are ganging up with the distressed and disgraced Democratic representatives to level some pretty serious threats at our commander-in-chief. How this is considered acceptable is beyond me, but somehow it is, and at least one representative from Illinois has promised to eliminate the president. Via Gateway Pundit. Amnesty-loving Representative Luis Gutierrez, DL, delivered a fiery speech Saturday at Chicago's Lincoln United Methodist Church where he promised that Democrats would eliminate President Trump after they reclaimed the majority. The Lincoln United Methodist Church is a sanctuary church and according to Gutierrez's website, he spoke to a packed house about the need to defend DACA, deferred action for childhood arrivals, and other forms of legal immigration status that are under attack from Republicans and Donald Trump. Gutierrez said that while Trump is attempting to criminalize immigrants, the president is the real criminal. The congressman said illegal immigrants are not criminals and that history will determine who the true criminals are. For me, the major criminal that exists in the United States of America is called Donald Trump. He lives at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue at the White House, Gutierrez said to the congregation. Prep. Gutierrez would like everyday people to think he's one of them, a straight-nosed honest man, but the truth is, he's more crooked than the mainstream media will ever admit. The Democrat congressman has paid his wife hundreds of thousands of dollars out of his campaign coffers. Does this appear ethical to you? Washington Free Beacon reports. Gutierrez, who was first elected to Congress in 1993, brought his wife, Zoraida Gutierrez, onto his campaign's payroll 6 years ago to act as his office manager, treasurer, and fundraiser. Zoraida Gutierrez was a registered lobbyist in the state of Illinois from 2003 to 2009 before joining Gutierrez for Congress. She has since raked in more than $300,000 for her work on behalf of the committee while being the top recipient of campaign cash in 3 cycles since stepping into her role. The first time Zoraida acted in an official capacity for the campaign, in 2010, she pulled in over $44,000 and was the top recipient of cash from the Gutierrez campaign that year. Zoraida then pocketed over $93,000 in 2012, making her the biggest beneficiary of campaign funds for the second election cycle in a row. The committee dispersed $383,848 in 2012, so Zoraida's payments constituted roughly 25% of all campaign expenditures. Zoraida was yet again the top beneficiary of cash from Gutierrez for Congress during the 2014 election cycle, receiving $110,000. Herman Andrew, a vendor, was the second highest paid individual at $24,000. Zoraida has pocketed $65,000 during the 2016 election cycle to date. She has been paid a total of $312,000 from the Gutierrez for Congress campaign committee since 2010. This lucrative arrangement is eerily similar to what Maxine Waters has with her daughter, who she owes hundreds of thousands to for snail mail marketing campaigns. Okay, so first they're saying that illegals aren't criminals. Even if they could prove that the majority of illegals aren't committing crimes when they get here, which the backstories of the MS-13 gang members would contradict strongly, The fact that they came here illegally makes them a criminal. How many murders do you have to commit to be a murderer? Just the one. How many prosecutable crimes to be a criminal? Yeah, that's how it works. You don't get to sign off that you like the laws for them to apply to you. So the illegals aren't criminals, but somehow, President Trump is. I guess not liking someone means that they're a criminal automatically. The honorable representative isn't at all shady though when he funnels hundreds of thousands of dollars to his wife, and no doubt by extension, himself. You can call names all you want, but the proof is in the pudding, and this pudding is full of fraud and illegal activity, none of which can be attributed to anyone but those hurling the insults. Illegals are trying so hard to say that they're not criminals after coming here illegally and participating in threats against the president. That's going to be about as easy as trying to take your pound of flesh without spilling any blood. Share if you think this representative should be removed from office, and all these illegals deported. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe Breaking News 365 channel. Goodbye and see you again.